Hello everyone! For today's video lesson ay i-guide ko kayo kung paano mag-compute ng quartiles, deciles at percentiles ng ungrouped data at group data. Ito ay para sa mga grade 10, week 2, quarter 4. Hello everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel ko, gumagawa ako ng mga Tagalog tutorial videos mula grade 7 hanggang grade 11. Kung interesado ka, please like, subscribe, at i-click mo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify ka kapag may bago akong upload na video. Just keep on watching! Good day everyone! Sa nakaraang video ay itinuro ko sa inyo kung paano mag-compute ng measures of position ng group data. Kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung learning task number 2 ninyo na guide ninyo, i-click nyo na lang dito sa taas or hanapin nyo na lang sa playlist natin kasi itinuro ko doon kung paano nga ba mag-compute ng measures of position ng group data. I-review lang natin kung ano nga ba yung formula na ginagamit. So that is Q sub K equals lower boundary plus the quantity of K times N over 4 minus the cumulative frequency of the class before QK class over frequency times the class interval. I-guide ko nga kayo dito sa inyong learning task 3A. Kabilang dito yung kung paano mag-compute ng measures of position ng ungrouped data. Ang given na to ay ungrouped data, okay? So kapag group data, meron ng table at merong mga frequency. The problem is, Mr. Mel Santiago is the sales manager of Jerry's Bookstore. He has 40 sales staff members who visit college professors all over the Philippines. Each Saturday morning, he requires his sales staff to send him a report. This report includes, among other things, the number of professors visited during the previous week. Listed below, ordered from smallest to largest, are the number of professors visited last week. Determine the third quartile, 9th decile, at 35th percentile. So, naka-arrange naman na siya from smallest to largest. So, ibig sabihin, hindi na natin siya i-arrange. Pero kung hindi siya naka-arrange, kailangan ninyong i-arrange in ascending order. Okay? Inibahan ko yung data dito para subukan ninyong isolve yung nasa module ninyo. Okay? So, ganito lang din naman ang gagawin ninyo. First, kunin natin yung third quartile. So, the formula of third quartile is equal to 3/4 times n plus 1. Ito ay formula kapag ang given ay ungrouped data. Okay? Ang n natin is 40. So, by substitution, that is 40 plus 1. 40 plus 1 is equal to 41. Then, multiply 3/4 times 41. 3 times 41 is equal to 123 divided by 4. 123 divided by 4 is equal to 30.75. Using the Mendenhall and Sincich method, kapag quartile 3, kapag nakuha natin ay decimal, ang gagawin natin ay magra-round down tayo. Okay? So, yung 30.75, magiging 30th position na lang. So, alin dito ang pang 30th position? Bawasan natin ng 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So, that is 66. Ang quartile 3 natin is 66, meaning to say 75% of the data is less than or equal to 66. Okay, next. Paano naman kunin yung 9th decile? So, the formula for decile is 9 over 10 naman. Kasi yung given natin is 9, kaya 9 yung lalagay dito. And by substitution, ang n natin is 40. 40 plus 1 is equal to 41 naman. 9 times 41, that is equal to 369. 369 divided by 10 is equal to 36.9. Okay. So, ang decile 9, diba, is greater than 50%. Meaning to say, ang gagawin natin dito sa decimal nito is magra-round down tayo. Meaning to say, yung 36.9, magiging 36 na lang. So, alin dito ang pang 36th position? Bawasan natin ng 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ang pang 36 na position natin is 71. Ang D9 natin is 71, meaning to say, 90% of the data is less than or equal to 71. Ganun yung interpretation niya. Then lastly, ang 35th percentile naman natin is 35 over 100 naman. Okay, so napapalitan lang yung nandito sa ating denominator. Ang n natin is 40 pa rin. 40 plus 1 is equal to 41. Then multiply, 35 times 41 is equal to 1,435 divided by 100, and that would be equal to 14.5. Ang 35th percentile by using the Mendenhall and Sitchich method, ang rule natin kapag 35% round up, meaning to say yung 14.5 magiging 15 na siya. So, ang P35 natin is the 15th position. Alin dyan ang pang 15? So, bilangin ninyo. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So, ang pang 15th position natin is 55. Meaning to say, 35% of the data is less than or equal to 55. Okay? Ganun lang yung pag-solve ng ating measures of position kapag ang given ay ungrouped data. Ngayon naman ay mag-solve tayo kung paano kunin yung measures of position ng group data. Kung mapapansin niyo dito, meron tayong mga class interval. The problem is, the following is a distribution for the number of employees in 45 companies belonging to a certain industry. Calculate the third quartile, 80th percentile, and third decile of the number of employees given the number of companies. So, ang first na gagawin natin is kunin muna natin yung less than cumulative frequency. Ang gagawin lang natin, kokopyahin lang natin yung nandito sa pinakababa, and that is 4. And then yung 4, i-add natin dito sa susunod na 8. So, 4 plus 8 is equal to 12, ilalagay natin dito. So, ganyan. Then, 12 plus 7, ilalagay naman natin dito, that is 19. 19 plus 9 is equal to 28. 28 plus 6 is equal to 34. And 34 plus 11 equals 45. Ngayon, tandaan ninyo palagi na yung total of number of frequencies, dapat tally sila dito. Kapag 45 yung given, dapat 45 yung nandito sa pinakataas. Kung 43 yung nakuha ninyo, meaning to say may mali dito sa inyong addition. Next, ang kukunin naman natin is yung lower boundary. Paano ulit kunin yung lower boundary? Mag-subtract lang tayo ng 0.5 dito sa ating lower limit. So, 16 minus 0.5, that is 15.5. 21 minus 0.5, that is 20.5. 26 minus 0.5, that is 25.5. At ganun din dito. And 30.5 naman dyan, 35.5 naman dyan, and 40.5 dyan. Ngayon, ang pinaka-first na gagawin natin ay kunin natin yung value ng class position. Kukunin muna natin yung ito, k times n over 4. Kasi quartile yung kukunin natin. Ang k natin is 3 kasi yun yung nandito sa given. Then, ang n naman natin is the total number of the frequency. I-add nyo lang yung nandito. Dapat 45. And that is 45. So, ang k natin is 3, ang n natin is 45 over 4. 3 times 45, that is equal to 135 divided by 4. And 135 divided by 4 equals 33.75. Ngayon, yung 33.75, hanapin nyo siya dito sa less than cumulative frequency. So, nasaan yung 33.75? Nandito siya sa 34. Kasi kapag dito naman sa 28, masyadong mababa. Kapag dito naman sa 45, sobra naman na siya. Nandito yung ating class position. Alin dito ang lower boundary natin? That is 35.5. Then, ang less than cumulative frequency natin, bababa tayo ng isang beses. And that is 28. Always bababa kayo ng isang beses ha kapag CFB. Kasi cumulative frequency below. So, that is 28. And, ang frequency naman natin is 6. Then, ang class interval natin, anong gagawin sa class interval? Mag-subtract lang kayo dito sa lower limit. 41 minus 36, that is 5. Pwede dito sa lahat. Pwede rin 36 minus 31, that is 5 pa rin. Then, pwede rin 31 minus 26, 5 pa rin.
Okay? By substitution, ang lower boundary natin is 35.5 plus ang kn over 4 natin that is 33.75 minus ang CFB natin that is 28 over ang frequency naman natin is 6. Simplify, 33.75 minus 28 equals 5.75 divided by 6. Reminder ko lang, inibahan ko yung mga data na kukunin upang sa ganun ay subukan ninyong isolve yung nasa module ninyo. 5.75 divided by 6 equals 0.96. Okay, so nag-round ako to the nearest hundreds. Then 0.96 times 5 equals 4.79. 4.79 plus 35.5, that is equal to 40.29. Meaning to say, 75% of the data is less than or equal to 40.29. Okay? Next na kukunin naman natin is the 80th percentile. Ganun pa rin ang process natin. Ang kaibahan na nga lang ay over 100 na ito kasi percentile na yung kinukuha natin. Ang una natin gagawin is to compute muna yung kn over 100. Ang k natin is 80 kasi 80 yung hinahanap natin. Then, ang n naman natin is 45 pa rin. So, ganyan. 80 times 45 equals 3,600. 3,600 divided by 100 naman, that is equal to 36. So, saan dito sa less than cumulative frequency nabibilang yung 36? Nandito siya. So, nandito yung class position natin. Meaning, ang lower boundary natin is 40.5. Ang CFB naman natin, bababa tayo ng isang beses dito. So, that is 34. And ang frequency natin is 11. Then, ang class interval natin is 5 pa rin. By substitution, ang lower boundary natin is 40.5 plus ang kn over 100 natin ay 36 minus ang CFB natin is 34 over ang frequency natin is 11 times ang class interval natin is 5. 36 minus 34 equals 2 over 11. Then 2 divided by 11, that is equal to 0.18 by rounding to the nearest hundreds. Then 0.18 times 5 equals 0.91. 0.91 plus 35.5 equals 36.4. Meaning, 80% of the data is less than or equal to 36.4. Okay? Lastly, kukunin natin yung third decile, so D3. So, dito naman napalitan lang yung denominator natin ng 10. So, ang kukunin muna natin is kn over 10. Ang k natin is 3 kasi ito yung kinukuha natin. And ang n naman natin is 45 divided by 10. 3 times 45, that is equal to 135 divided by 10. 135 divided by 10 is 13.5. Saan nabibilang ang 13.5? Dito sa less than cumulative frequency. Nandito siya. Ang lower boundary natin is 25.5. Ang less than cumulative frequency natin is 12 kasi bababa tayo ng isang beses. So, ang CFB natin is 12. Then, ang frequency natin is 7. Then, ang class interval natin is 5. By substitution, ang lower boundary natin is 25.5 plus ang kn over 10 natin is 13.5 minus ang CFB natin is 12 over ang frequency natin is 7 times 5. 13.5 minus 12 equals 1.5 divided by 7, and that is 0.21 by rounding to the nearest hundreds. 0.21 times 5 equals 1.07. Then 1.07 plus 25.5, that is equal to 26.57. Meaning 30% of the data is less than or equal to 26.57. Okay? That's it for our learning task 3A and 3B. Abangan ninyo yung assessment problem sa susunod na video. Kung nakatulong ito sa inyo, mag-comment kayo sa baba at i-share nyo na rin sa mga classmates ninyo para malaman nila. Once again, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy at mag-aral ng mabuti. God bless you all and goodbye!